So just coming out to do a bit of location scouting. You can see the sun's just going down. And this is one thing I'd say about my photography that has changed, and changed for the better, I would say. And that is, you know, the sun's setting. I've already been out this morning. I sat for 5 hours at Corfe Castle and hopefully got a good shot. I haven't developed them yet, so I'm not entirely sure. You know, so I've had a good day. And the you know, as you can see there, the sun is setting, and I'm not really that fussed. I'm not running around like a headless chicken trying to get a shot and all the rest of it. I've just left the camera in the car, and I've just come out for a quick wander just to see if I can see anything that might be a good shot for another day. So although the sun is set, so I'm not sure how well it'll come out in this camera, but what you've got is this whole area here goes on for miles. There's a bit of a track here obviously I'm walking on, and you've got this over here, and it's this grass that really has drawn my eye. It almost looks like sand, like a sand dune type thing. Obviously I know there's greenery in this, but when I was over there I couldn't see any of this greenery or any of the browns or anything. All I could see was these nice tall trees, foliage on the top, and then just this sort of grass, and it just looks really nice. So I've just come along just to see if there's anything in amongst here that might look nice. I'm sort of thinking at the moment of a possible pano, crops right in with just the grass and perhaps the bottom of the trees. I don't think the sky really would add anything to that shot. Or the other thing I'm looking for is a possible sort of tree on its own, just in amongst this grass. You know, I think that could make a nice shot as well. So it might be nice again if I could get out on a misty morning and you know, get a bit of mist behind in amongst these trees to have a nice bit of separation. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at the moment, and it's quite nice just to come for a walk without the camera and not to have that pressure of having to shoot something. So it's yeah, it's just nice to come and have a quick wander. So I'm struggling now. I've seen all this up close. It's looking a bit messy, but I know that the New Forest is a beautiful place, and there'll be loads of places to shoot. It's just that I've not really ever explored around here. So in terms of sort of what works and what doesn't work, I'm not entirely sure yet. So anyway, I'll have a wander. Even if I don't find anything tonight, I don't mind winging it on the day and coming out with my camera when I next can, and just having a wander around, maybe doing a nice long hike a bit further into the woods, and yeah, just seeing what we can capture. So yeah, so just thought I'd put this video up there just to show that it's not all running around with the camera, but there's also a bit of legwork that needs to be done before to catch some areas. Obviously places like Corfe Castle is easy, it's there, you know where that is, everyone's seen it a million times before, but this to me is really one of the things of what photography is all about, really. It's not just getting out with your camera, but it's about finding those locations beforehand and shooting something, you know, trying to shoot something unique. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. I'll enjoy the rest of my walk. Okay, so I think I might have found a possible area. I'm just going to nip over here. There's a bit of a track here, so I'm not just going off piece, but if I just sort of stand somewhere like here, I sort of like in this wood. I kind of like some of that brown in there. That green bush is distracting, but maybe I can just go in tight enough and go straight down there and, you know, get in there. I'll record my phone as I'm looking through the Mark Viewfinder app, just so you can see what I'm looking at, but possible something there, but I'll just have a look for the viewfinder right now and see if that works. So what you have here is the app open, and I have different cameras set up on this app. So the one you're looking at now is my 6x17 app for my 4x5, and you can see the different lenses, and you'll see in a minute that I flick between one and the other. You can then take a shot and you can view that shot back later, or although that shot is very small and you're not really going to see much detail on it, but it'll give you an idea as to what the composition looks like. Okay, so there might be something there. Just taking a couple of shots there using the II Viewfinder, so I'll have a look at that later on, see if there's anything. I'm sort of struggling with that green bush that was in the way, so I moved across, so it's like hidden behind the front tree. I'm not sure if that front tree is too front, or whether I was actually looking for something something that was a bit more sort of distant, just literally a band of this sort of colour, and a band of trees. Yeah, I mean, obviously what I'd love, would be amazing, is if I could get a single tree, something that's not an evergreen, but obviously would have a bit of colour on it, just to plonk in the middle there, but not to be. Yeah, so I'm not going to walk anymore into the forest. I'm going to leave that for another day, but what I'm going to do is just walk back down here now and just see what we can see from this side. Looking sort of back over there, there is a couple of single trees in there, but when I actually walked in amongst that, it looked a little bit cluttered. There's all these like little sort of fern trees growing that just sort of break up this nice grass, unfortunately. Otherwise there would be a cracking shot from over there, but I just can't seem to get it placed right where it would work. So yeah, so it's possible something there. Yeah, we'll carry on. If I see something else, I'll show you. Okay, so found a couple of single trees. The only issue is, and you'll probably spot it in a minute when I turn around. So, again, excuse the sun. There's a few nice single trees here. A couple of issues though I'm having is there's some green trees in the background, and they're going to be difficult if it's like this where it's completely clear to have any separation. A nice bit of mist there with that almost will shroud them. The other biggest issue is that big old pylon, or the line between the two. It's just cutting across the scene. It's a bit frustrating because certainly these on their own would be nice. So yeah, well, maybe with some mist there that might work. All I would say while I'm wandering along and rambling on to myself and looking for compositions is, for anyone starting out there, you know, photography can be really frustrating, especially when you're trying to learn your camera, trying to learn your craft, trying to get your eye into composition and all that sort of stuff. Is just you know, don't be afraid not to bring your camera out. Don't be afraid to spend the time just to go for a walk on your own, with your partner, with your dog, whatever. You know, just to sort of find places, you know, find new places, experiment with different types of shots that you wouldn't ever think, you know, were shooting. I mean, the shot I took earlier today of Corf Castle has been shot thousands and thousands of times before. It's not unique in any way, shape or form. It's not, you know, it'll probably go, hopefully, if there's a decent shot in there, hopefully there'll be a portfolio piece in there, hopefully. But that was more for myself, you know. I shot that for me. I didn't shoot that for anyone else. I shot that because I've always wanted to shoot, to have that scene. I've always wanted that one in the bag. Never had it. But, you know, I could go online. I could look at compositions. I could look at where people have shot it before. You know, try to do something a little bit different with it maybe. But ultimately, it's just an easy shot. It's lazy. It's you know, it's an easy shot to get. It's a very selfish shot from my side of things. Sorry, what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just a selfish shot, but I wanted it, and that's the end of it. But you know, to really set yourself out from the crowd, it's always worth just leave your camera, take your phone, So you have got a camera you can take a photo of. Perhaps you can use an app that will help you, pinpoint where you've found a good photo, and just mark it, come back when the conditions are more favourable, and get the shot. Don't be afraid of leaving your camera at home, and that's what I would say. Don't just be, oh my god, the sun's setting, I need to run around like a headless chicken. Done that, been there. It's not, it doesn't really get you many places. All right, you will get some good shots, but just slowing yourself down, you'll find actually that you enjoy your photography more. So yeah, but here's another one. I again just like this single tree on its own. I might just take that with a viewfinder app again. I might need to just step onto the edge of this grass here to take that, but again, it needs mist around it just to shroud some of that background really. Otherwise it's just lost, as it isn't at the moment, because there's nothing separating that from the green trees at the back. So yeah, I'll get the app open again, and we'll see what that one looks like. Right, so I've just logged that location and this whole area, to be fair, on my outdoor GPS map. It's an app on my iPhone. I'll put in the link in the description. But I use that to just to drop a pin where I am, so I can look at that map. I can see all the pins, and if I'm nearby working maybe or something like that, I can see what pins are about, and then I can come to this location if the settings are right. I think there's actually a lesser spotted photographer just over there. Maybe he's had the same idea, I don't know. But yeah, so like I say, it's a bit of a short video, but just really the message to the newer photographers, I suppose, that just slow down, take your time, find your decent compositions. I work full-time, a lot of you guys work full-time, so I know it is very difficult, especially when you've got families going on and all the other stuff going on at the same time. It can be difficult to get out and just come for a walk like this to find a location. But I've literally, I've got a day of photography today, and I've done my morning shoot, or most of the day's shoot, as it ended up turning out to be. So on the way home, I just thought, yeah, I'll stop off here and just see what's about, really, because I've literally got to drive past it to on the way home. So yeah, just take time, take time away from your camera to find your spots, and then come back out here when the conditions are more favourable, or when you've got time, as the case may be. But anyway, hope you like this short video. If you did, please press the like button, and if you like the channel in general, a subscription to the channel would be absolutely amazing. It helps me out loads, and certainly helps the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. If you want to leave any comments below, then please feel free. I read them all, and I do answer them as well. So I do like chatting to you guys about your own photography experiences, your own gear, what you're using, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.